You're not broke because you don't earn enough. You're broke because you're trying to look rich. And today, I'm going to show you the invisible psychological trap that keeps millions of people stuck in that cycle. Imagine this. You walk into a coffee shop. On the menu, there are two drinks. One is a regular cappuccino. The other is called a limited reserve artisan blend. Same caffeine, same effect, same morning energy. One costs $3. The other costs $30 because it comes in a glass cup with foam art and a story about rare beans grown on a mountain you'll never visit. Logic says you buy the $3 coffee and move on with your day. But in the real world, people line up around the block for the $30 one. They post it on Instagram. They sip it slowly. They feel important. Why? Because sometimes price doesn't reflect value. Sometimes price creates value. This is called the Veblen effect. But let's call it what it really is. The status trap. People don't buy expensive things because they're better. They buy them because they're harder to get. The pain of paying more becomes the proof of worth. Not, I own this, but I survived buying this. And that feeling? It hits hard. For about 5 minutes. Then the receipt fades. Then the excitement dies. Then you're right back where you started, except poorer. Here's the brutal truth. The truly wealthy buy luxury with surplus money. It doesn't change their future. But most people buy luxury with borrowed money, delayed investments, and sacrificed freedom. You're not buying the coffee. You're buying the feeling of being seen. And that instinct isn't random. Thousands of years ago, status meant survival. If you looked powerful, you were protected. That wiring never left us. But now instead of feathers and fire pits, we use cars, phones, watches, homes, and brands. Modern marketing knows this. They don't sell products. They sell identity. They sell the fantasy that if you wear this, drive this, own this, people will finally treat you differently. And sometimes, they do. But your bank account definitely does. Here's the cruel twist. The middle class stretches to buy entry-level luxury. Then the elite move the goalposts. Logos become tacky. Flash becomes basic. Now it's quiet luxury. No branding. Just expensive silence. So people throw out last year's status symbols and chase the new ones. Like running on a treadmill that speeds up every time you get tired. And meanwhile, the actual wealth builders are doing something radically boring. They're invisible. The person driving the 10-year-old car with zero debt and investments compounding quietly, that's power. The person in the brand new SUV who's 2 paychecks away from panic, that's performance. Real wealth doesn't shout. It whispers. Here's a mindset shift that changed everything for me. Before buying anything expensive, ask yourself, if nobody could see this, would I still want it? If the answer is no, you're not buying utility. You're buying approval. And approval is one of the most expensive subscriptions in the world. The payments never stop. And the satisfaction never compounds. The truth is, freedom beats flexing. Being able to quit a job you hate. Sleep without money stress. Say no without fear. That's real status. Not the watch. Not the logo. Not the car. So next time you feel that pull, that itch, that urge to buy something just to feel successful, pause. Ask yourself whether this purchase moves you closer to freedom or further from it. Because wealth isn't what people see. It's what you don't need to show. If this made you rethink your next purchase, hit like, subscribe to Chester Invests, and I'll see you in the next one.